It's not that bad. All right, see, we got someone in here already. Cool. All right, we're gonna wait for a few more people to file in here, and then we're gonna talk a little bit. I got some time. Ear itches. My ear itches. All right, let's talk. Let's talk a little bit. Get some more people in here. We'll talk. What's up? What's up? What's up, Blue? All right, I have a much more stable connection. The reason that just happened is because I just went and texted a mod. Etiquette. I like that. All right, so we're gonna talk here in a few minutes. Beautiful day today. The rain came in yesterday. Kind of screwed everything up. What's up, hey Jot? How's the baby? I'm not talking about toe. I'm talking like the baby baby. The hell was that? Hmm. All right, so we got a few people in here, so I'll start talking about this. So I've gotten a lot of what's up, Dan? I've gotten a lot of records requests recently, um, fulfilled, and more coming. Oh hell yeah, absolutely. I work. I have Friday and Saturday off next week. Friday night, Saturday night. So there's plenty of time to meet up, especially if you guys are going to be hanging out where his family's at. Um, that's only 10 minutes from where I live, so absolutely going to meet. Um, so yeah, I've been getting a lot of records requests fulfilled. They're trying to bury me out. This one agency out in California. I was trying to talk about it yesterday, but I kept losing signal. This one agency in California gave me about 20 hours of audio recordings, roughly 30-ish hours of body cam footage, around 2,000 pages in documents, and that's not counting the IA interviews. That's not counting the deposition for court for the lawsuit. There's so much more with that case, which leads me to believe there's some little needle in a haystack that I need to find. So I've gone through about 12 hours of the radio traffic. Now, like the meat and potatoes of like all the stuff that would most people would just stop at is maybe 6 minutes into it. Maybe 10 minutes into it. You can kind of stretch a little bit. It's just a lot. Um, then we have the Toledo Police Department. Several years ago, there was a. You need to brush it. You need to brush. This is just little. Um, but your officer IA interviews and depositions are some of my favorite things to listen to and watch because you can see them squirming in them and like you can tell when they're lying. I mean, body accessing cues, eye accessing cues, body language, a lot of that shows up. I absolutely love it. Um, TPD, the George Floyd protest, there was a lot of violence. Even when I blurred the damage out the video from the video, I was not able to produce a video to be able to show anybody any kind of even blurred out violence that happened. I mean, I think I got like two or three pictures in there, which really couldn't do it justice. So I think what I'm gonna do with that one is set an edited video for YouTube, and then put the unedited video of these incidents. What's probably gonna be happening is they're probably gonna be going on to Rumble or Facebook or both, um, because you can like they show they allow the violence on there. They allow like all of it, the gnarliness. Um, People's legs. Oh, dude's leg was broken. A guy, I think it was a girl. Her leg was broken from a wooden plug they shot at her. She was doing nothing wrong. Swear to God, I've seen this video clip already. She's done nothing wrong. They made someone just sitting on a sidewalk, holding a sign. doing no harm, hadn't been told to leave, no, hadn't been told to vacate, just sprayed her. There's a lot of that in here. There's 30 gigs of data, 30 gigs of video for that. So that's going to be fun to go through. Um, I've gotten a couple of videos from a local agency. They're very short. One I'm going to put out. It's going to have like a do's and don'ts of a traffic stop. Um, but I still have a hard time with the way the traffic stop was done. Um, the DUI aspect of it all with the walk and turn, the eye gaze nystagmus and all that. So there's a lot of that in that one that, and then the guy offered some information up, which kind of changes things a little bit. So, it's probably have that one on a Friday, have the Pot Brothers at Law, it's Shut the F Up Friday, just, use their clip. Love those dudes are hilarious. So, but there's one that's really troubling me. It's April 11th, 2024, this year. It was a dog bite where a guy was pulled over for a stolen license plate. The license plate reader said, "Oh, it's stolen." So they pulled him over, felony stop, get him out at gunpoint. He's like, "What did I do? I didn't do nothing wrong." Comes out, get down. He goes around the car, or the back of the truck, goes in the grass, and goes to kneel down. As he's kneeling down, the officer sends the canine on him. So that one, I have half of that available. The IA report is over. There's a lot to go with that IA report. It's going to be it's going to piss off a lot of people. It's going to really make you mad with what happens after that, when myself and that dog bite victim go down to IA. We got a homeless man who was arrested. Yeah, that's bad, wasn't it? We got a homeless guy that was arrested for cussing at the police during a traffic stop, or not during a traffic stop, during the thumbnail was a young man who was holding a bearded dragon. Those two officers rolled up on him, snatched him up, wrenching his arms up. He's like, I have seizures, please. I need my medicine. Take it easy. So this homeless guy sees it. He starts yelling at him and cussing at him. Like, what are you doing this for this man for? What's wrong with you? And like, shut up, get off our scene. He's like on the sidewalk at the bus stop waiting for the bus. So he ends up getting arrested. Footage on his phone gets deleted, or attempted to be deleted, which I recovered it off of his phone, going through his phone with him. I got a call from a supporter here in town to meet up with him. Like, absolutely, because he had a gift for me, which I appreciate big time. We met up with him, and he goes, "Hey, can you explain to me why TPD just snatched some dude up off the street for cussing at him?" No, when this happened? He's like, 5 minutes ago. I'm out, gone. See you, thanks. Hauled off, butt right down there. I know, it's great. Absolutely, dude. If you guys get a chance to watch police depositions, watch them. There's a lot of good content in there. Just the constant moving and fidgeting and I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Typical phrases or behaviors that people are trying to think of an answer. Watch the way their eyes go. So when they ask, like, what his duty assignment is, he'll just look at you straight away. What's your badge number? He'll go look to the right, up right, or up left, down right, down left, something like that. And 245. That's like looking for a truthful answer. But when they go a different direction, it's more likely looking for a lie, something to tell somebody. So I-axis and cues are huge in interviews. What else we got? Oh yeah, his IA report interview. He did meet with IA, the homeless guy. I've been with him every step of the way. This should be an easy win for him. The court that he's going to be in is the same judge that dismissed me cussing at the police due to case precedent set in 2022, January 13th, 2022 in Ohio. Village of Woodmere v. Workman states that while demeaning, vulgar, and uncouth, profanity directed at a police officer is protected by the First Amendment. So that got that charge dismissed while we were in the middle of my trial in September last year. Speaking of that, the appeal, still in the appeal process. Our brief is in, the response brief is in. I could probably publish it, all of it. I'm not going to yet. There's a name in there that I'm not allowed to mention, on social media due to some protection orders, which it is what it is. What else we got? Let's see, trying to think. So let's see here. That's Jesse, Kale. So that's like the next 5 videos, I think. Next five or six videos are those right there. I just want to drop it. I know I haven't gone live in a little bit. Chili. Um, I don't think I don't think what happened to him was right. I really don't. I don't think what happened to Chili was right. Now, some people may argue that he deserved to go to jail, and for what he did to people, like um, the other video recording channel out in the Massachusetts area, what he did to Kate and all them. And I kind of agree that he deserves some kind of retribution for that. But let's make it something that's lawful, or something that like sticks, something that was, I think, something that was just. We can't. It's kind of hard to say the guy got in trouble for recording the police when they have a statute that says it. Now, the interference aspect of it all, his flippant demeanor in court, yeah, like the one place you want to just toe the line is court, because the judges it's basically like maritime law in there, man. Um, it's damn near maritime law, where the judge has got the authority. There's really not much else that can be done. I really, yeah, I contempt, contempt, absolutely. Him with contempt for 30, 60, 90 days, whatever, like the max is contempt. And, you have a contempt hearing in a couple of days, make him sweat it out, make him apologize to the court, make him grovel. Like you seen him when he came in after he was locked up for his first appeal request hearing. He was eyes down and sunken down, trying to play it up. The problem is you can't be making these phone calls from court and doing these lives expecting the judge not to see it. That ain't gonna happen. And so it's kind of hard to make that apology last. So my recommendation to anyone, if you're in jail and you're trying to get out, don't do lives from in jail and insulting the judge or the process, because that's just not going to work. That's what you got. It's kind of, I honestly believe I honestly believe that part of his punishment was for his demeanor in court. I don't think I'm right next to a disc golf course, and every time I see a little kid come up playing, it's fun to watch how much better some of these little kids are than these adults. Um, so when like the last thing to do is piss off the judge. Never ever piss off the judge. You piss off the judge, forget it. Just forget it. Grovel, like you're like, yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, thank you, please, like as polite as possible. They don't wear a badge. They're not on the streets arresting people. They're the ones that have the ultimate authority to say you were in violation of contempt in my court, and here you go, enjoy 90 days, and we'll revisit it in 45 to see if we get you out early, or 30. They have that authority, and there's really not much else you can do about it. So don't piss off the judges. Exactly. The judge. Well, I would say the prosecutor is the enemy, not the judge. The judge is. It all depends on the judge. Okay, so some judges are really, really good. I like Judge Simpson up in Wyandotte. I think it's Wyandotte. The guy that was driving on his way to court for driving under suspended license. I know y'all. I figured I'd give everyone an update on what I got coming up. There's a lot coming. I got 3 of them that are about ready. There's just a little bit left in the editing. I'm just like I want to get the way I like it. The Shut the F Up Friday one, that'll be probably next Friday. I'm not gonna have it ready by this Friday. But there's just a lot. There's just a lot going on in the area around me. It's pretty bad. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, it's. I don't understand. It's a beautiful day. Oh, some clouds rolled in. I have Boost Mobile. Um, it's a little bit more available, out in public than Cricket, which is what I had before. But I love the fact that Cricket wouldn't comply to a subpoena to the courts to get into my phone. Cricket's like, yeah, you have to talk to him about that. And I was like, yeah, that's not going to happen. The police wanted my phone. TPD wanted my phone for the case I was convicted on that I'm on appeal. They wanted literally, Oh, dude, I know, DJ. I've been keeping up to it. Like he's never had a valid license. Like, there's so much more. Um, and when I see him in court, he's walking with his cane. I'm like, is he trying to play the sympathy card? But coming to find out, like he's like, there's just so much. Yeah, there's a lot more to that. So I kind of want to do a video on that one, but I don't want to dog the guy. He's getting dragged across the coals enough as it is. But yeah, TPD wanted my phone. They supplied them with and myself with the warrant for my phone. Um, oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Um, he's got a lot of fees and fines. The problem is he's never had a valid driver's license. And the dude's like in his 40s, 50s. It's incredible. Like there was some stuff he had to do to get some blocks off of his record, and he did that. But then there's like a class he had to take, and he never took that class, so it never really officially happened. Um, Absolutely, yeah, yeah. If you're gonna, he didn't even try to play it off like, oh, I'm the passenger. I mean, or something like that. Like there's a whole bunch of different ways he probably could have tried to do that, but I just feel bad for the guy. He's the face of all kinds of memes. Hey, when I send this, like when I post this, know that I'm about to roll up. I mean, come on, this poor dude, this poor guy. Um, Definitely lessons learned though. So I feel bad for him, man. I really do. I wish I could pay his fines and fees, but I can't. I don't have the money for that. Um, what was I saying? Oh, man, I just lost track of thought. My ADD brain went like six different directions and then got lost on the way back. I'm kind of stuck on stupid right now. Oh, um, some interesting. Yeah, yeah. He's like, I had a learner's permit. That doesn't mean you can drive, dude. Oh my goodness, yeah, that was interesting. Um, yep. It's like, oh, he got me. I got, yeah. Um, it would have been easy, it'd have just been do this. Sorry, Your Honor, my camera's messed up. I don't have any video. Easy peasy. There's a lot of stuff going on here in Toledo. There's a lot of violence that's being perpetrated by the police department. And the reason I pulled the George Floyd protest footage and I requested it so I can go over it is the person in charge of that incident, his name was Mike Trenley. He is now the chief of police for Toledo, and the violence is still happening under his watch. He's not going to make it stop. He promoted violence during that protest, and it was peaceful until the cops initiated it. There's a city council person that was there that got maced. There were some people from the community that were community leaders that were maced for doing nothing more than just standing there. My cousin worked for a local news station. He was maced and attacked. So um, there's a lot of stuff that happened in that where it was unprovoked. The police department were not provoked. They were not attacked. They just went out forced to play with their toys and enforce their will. And I take huge issue with that. And so now the person in charge of all of that is now the chief of police. I mean, the officer role of JSO pled guilty to sexual battery, and they didn't terminate him. They didn't even complete the IA report. They let him quit. Um, Absolutely just waited him out until he quit like a week and a half later. It's ridiculous. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. It's ridiculous. Um, Police departments need to, if there's an active investigation and an officer quits or is fired, they need to complete that investigation, because what if that officer quits and decides I want to come back a year later? Now that investigation's off of their record because, well, you know what? They quit. Don't need to investigate it. They need to be completely followed through with, on their record, on their file, so that when another department wants to hire them, it's there. Like, can we get the disciplinary history? It'll be there. Discipline records, these files don't need to these things. Yeah, these things don't need to fall off their record after a year, 2 or 3. Maybe the discipline. JSO is working in jail now. He's got November. I think November is his release date, and then he has to register as a Tier 3 registered sex offender for every 90 days for the rest of his life. So He's probably going to be working stocking shelves at a grocery store if they allow convicted sexual batterers to work there. That's his cross to bear, and that's his fault due to his behavior. Um, there's about to be a semi coming by. He's going to be a little loud. This guy spent the last hour tuning this truck up. See if he can come all the way down here. Yeah. You know, probably Lou. It wasn't a child case, so it was his date, and it was pretty violent. I mean, she was bloodied down below, so it's pretty violent. Um, but yeah, so when a police department has an investigation into something, they should just complete the investigation, right? DJ, you in the Northwood area? Are your grandkids by the Northwood area? I won't tell you guys. Okay, I won't tell you guys what neighborhood JSO lived in, but it's by a former mall in Northwood, Ohio. There's a few neighborhoods over there, so um, it's pretty bad. So like an officer could be under investigation. Okay, I'll give a perfect example. Officer Keith Hurst. He's the guy that's in my video, my live, where I was in a parking lot. And he drove up right at me, and I'm like, I'm not moving. You know, you're gonna move before I do. You know, pigs are loose and all that. Gotcha. Keith Hurst pulled his firearm out, pointed it at a coworker, and or threatened to shoot a coworker in the leg. I'm not sure if he pointed it or not, but threatened to shoot a coworker with his service weapon. He was suspended. Investigation being looked into. While he's under investigation, he went to work for the Woodville, Ohio Police Department. Then quit from TPD while under investigation still. And once Woodville found out that he was under investigation, my glasses are twisted. Once Woodville found out he was under investigation, something happened where Keith Hurst ended up quitting. Violent man. I have all kinds of reports of all kinds of violence from this guy. Just unfortunately, we were unable to get any video of any of it. So now every week I check to see where he's working, so I can just keep tabs on where he's at, because it's only a matter of time before he catches a lawsuit or kills someone out there. He's a very angry and violent person. Keith Hurst, formerly of Toledo Police. If you guys want to look and see where officers are, you can go to Opata, OPOTA, search Opata portal. That'll be the quickest way to get to it. And do a public search. You can find officers that worked for departments, officers currently working for departments. You can look at their training. Usually has what training they've received. So I go there all the time. It's from checking on officers. That's how I found out that Royal JSO quit, was through there. TPD didn't tell anybody. So things like that. Yeah, Opata portal. It's so easy, so easy. But I just want to stop in. I haven't talked to anybody in a while, and yesterday's Potato Fest went pretty crappy with all the weather coming in. Some pretty good rain come in and screwed all the signal up. So I'm gonna get off of here for now. It's taking me a little bit of a nap while my kids at practice. It's beautiful out. It's absolutely beautiful out. I might just lay down on the grass, throw a hoodie out there for a pillow and lay in the grass. It's that nice. But guys, that's it for now. Take care of yourself and each other. There's some good videos coming very, very, very soon. Very soon. See, court date, June 10th for the homeless guy. Oh, the guy that got bit by the dog. He was charged with obstruction and resisting after they pulled him over on an improper traffic stop and attacked him with a dog. So his next court date is June 12th. All the way up to Melvina Keith's situation. Her stuff's in court now. She's the one that was handcuffed and punched 5 times while laying prone and handcuffed by the same officer that punched O'Shea Jones in the back of the head, Officer Ashlyn Pluff. And oh god, okay, hold on. I'm not gonna leave yet. I gotta tell you something real quick. Um, there is something funny that happened. So the Saturday, a couple of Saturdays ago, the homeless guy was attacked. He got arrested. Memorial Day was that Monday. I stopped by just to grab some quick records and to ask about like how to make a records request for here. And I seen the officer that punched these two handcuffed women two different times too in like 6 months. I asked, hey, can I talk to you real quick? All completely off the record, just absolutely off the record. I heard that you had some retraining and you take some classes that with like de-escalation and things like that. Thank you. Keep it up. All that we can ask for is that we try to better ourselves. And the fact that you're doing that, I appreciate that and good luck. And if you ever want to talk to me off the record, I've offered that to every cop. If any officer ever wants to talk to me off the record, you 100% have my guarantee that there will be no recording devices. It will be 100% off the record. Coffee, go out to lunch, breakfast, something, my treat. Like, let's go. Um, well, I told her all this, and then she went to her union asking, like, how do I handle this? What do I do? Then I get a call or talk to you from internal affairs, like, hey, did you follow her to one of her assignments? Like, dude, I was there getting something completely different. And the opportunity struck to talk to her, so I just want to talk to her again. I'll just stand there and record, So I get it. She's being raked over the coals pretty good. I'm still doing that video. That lady's still going through the court process. Let's see what else. There's more. Oh, when I went down to the bus place to ask about public records, I had an altercation with one of they call them ambassadors, or like a security kind of thing. This dude threatened me. He tried grabbing my phone. He told me to get off the property. I'm trespassing. I'm on a sidewalk. It's also a public entity. It's the TARTA is a Toledo Area Regional Transit Authority. Um, it's actually a board created by a bunch of different local agencies, and it's the bus company. So they get money from the city, the county, and other areas for busing. So he's like, you're trespassed, dude, shaking like a leaf. I'm like, I'm across the street. Had you not said anything to me, I'd have just left you alone. But there'd have been nothing here. But since he tried to grab me, so I cussed him out. I cussed him, every way from Sunday. And sorry, mom, my bad. I'll have to edit all those cuss words out, so it's taking a while. But yeah, there's a bit of stuff coming in. The littles are over here playing now. That's cool. Let's see, this kid is he's probably they're probably like 5 years old or so. It's awesome to see families come out and doing stuff like this. It's pretty neat. He's practicing his release. Hold on, let's see how his drive is. He's practicing his drive. Oh look, decent drive. Oh, with the overhand. This is so fun to watch. Sorry. But yeah, guys. So yeah, this one it's gonna take me a while to edit the profanity out of that one because there's so much in the YouTube just gonna flag it for adult content. It's bad. It's a lot. It's so bad. I don't even want to put it out because how much I was cussing in there. Like I feel like I haven't had that kind of interaction in a while. So um, I lost my cool. That's not the way to go. But that's it for now, guys. That's everything I got. So we're looking at 6-7 videos coming out in the next couple of weeks. I don't put videos out every day, every week. 3-4 times a day, 3-4 times a week. Because I do a little bit more in depth. I get the records requests, and there's a lot of denials that you have to fight. Like when I started the live, I was talking about the 20 hours of radio traffic, the 30 hours of video. I've been battling for that footage for over a year, and it's still not complete. So, Lou, when there's as much cussing as in that video. So, I've talked about this before. They'll let it go on the channel, but it won't monetize properly, so it'll be like yellow. A video being fully monetized isn't about making money. If it's not fully monetized, or it doesn't have any restrictions, it doesn't get played much. They don't push it in their algorithm to view. So you have to play their game, play by their rules to minimize the profanity in it. So like when you go to monetize a video, you look through, it's got a couple different levels of moderate, a little bit here, a little bit there, excessive amounts of cussing. If that's the case, then it won't be as palatable for other advertisers, so you get like an advertising strike. So oh, DJ, it was it absolutely was. They're just like, please allow us more time. Please allow us more time. Like I have no problem, giving someone, a few months if necessary. But when it's, 9, 10 months, for videos. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing too. Is I'm going to be sharing it on platforms that do allow the profanity, do allow the violence, because I think it's important people to see how the police department is treating people, the actual violence. You see a blur and you hear about it. It doesn't have um, has as much of an impact. It's not quite so visceral to the soul um, when they see no, they said the records exist. It just um, fight it. So like when like you want that emotional reaction to a video for a couple of reasons. One, if someone has like, oh my god, this is so messed up, it's like this is hurts to watch this. Dude, you guys see this? We need to stop this. People will share it more. More people will see it. More people will call the police departments or their representatives to try to get action going, to try to get the situations under control and stop the violence. So the more people that see it, the more people are willing or more likely to make an impact on the departments. So when Lackluster did the video about the twins and their disgusting behavior, after a week, I called Internal Affairs and I asked the captain, um, you guys been getting a lot of phone calls? He's like, oh my God, they haven't stopped. People were upset by it. Now, if that video would have been throttled down for less advertising, less people would have seen it, there'd be less calls. When I was arrested in April 29th, 2022, the day I was arrested, there was just shy of 500 phone calls on just from people watching my channel, a few people sharing it, just under 500 phone calls. I only at the time had a couple of few thousand subs. Now imagine if I had a million and that happens, they're going to be getting tens of thousands of calls, and that puts pressure on the departments. Um, you don't always want to be calling in and being angry and cussing and screaming, because when that happens, they're just going to hang up. But if you do make a call to a police agency, police department, what have you, make that call and try to be like calm and relaxed. And if you're going to cuss them at the end. Like, get your point through. Like, this, I don't think what happened here is right. Is there someone that can look into this for me? You fucking suck, and then hang up. They'll then hang up on you. So try that. That friendly approach early, because if you can do that, you'll get them to listen a little bit longer. You might get enough of those to where they're like, okay, this is kind of bad. They might go to their sergeant, their lieutenant, their captain, and go, hey, man, we got to look into this. So that's the approach that I like to take. Is I'm always nice. Internal affairs, you got to kind of be careful with. A lot of them are really nice people. Like I have no problems with any of the current internal affairs officers. Previously ones like Sergeant Combs, like, I can't remember the what was her name? Sergeant, I think she's lieutenant. My incident was Sergeant Dave Kapersky, where she said it was dark out, they don't know anything about me. Dude calls me by name. It's the third interaction we had in 48 hours. I'm standing underneath the street light lit up. How can you say it's dark? He doesn't know who I am. It was a bullshit investigation. So stuff like that. But if you can talk to them and keep it cool, they're going to listen to you a little bit longer, and enough of them might impact them. That's my take on it. But you to each their own. If you won't call them and cuss them, I'm not going to stop you. Just be aware there are telecommunications laws in Ohio that if you continue a behavior, after they've asked you to stop, they can press charges. So just think about that. And some of it does come with the content of the conversations. If it's violent, if it's offensive, things, even if it's the police, telecommunications harassment is still telecommunications harassment. And the police can file charges for that. So yeah, exactly. All cops, that's exactly right. 0 to 100, you hear it right away. You can usually hear their tone change, and when that tone changes, you might as well just end the conversation. Maybe I'll call back. I gotta do something. Oh, my dog's pooping, I gotta go, and make up some goofy excuse to where it might leave like a memory of your call in their head. Uh, it's call association. It's content association. So I wear the ramen noodle hoodie, known for the ramen noodle hoodie. They see the ramen noodle hoodie, they know it's me. If I don't wear the ramen noodle hoodie, I there's a lot of officers that don't recognize me without it. So what's up, FPS, dude? I cannot wait to hear about these depositions. And Jamie Knoll. So for those of you that don't know, for public safety, um, exposed a sheriff out in Clark County. Is it Clark County, Indiana? Yeah, Clark County, Indiana, right? Sheriff Jamie Knoll, whose violent officers busted him and Tiffany up in a raid, which is a BS raid on top of it. Well, Jamie Knoll just tacked on with it like another 12 felonies on him, 11 or 12 felonies. The guy's in jail for 30 plus felonies right now. He got held in contempt of court. He's the guy that created or pushed the 41. Yeah. He's the guy that pushed the TV show 60 Days In. And it was great when he got held in contempt for having weapons at home when they were supposed to turn them all in. He did. The cops like 60 days. So he gave him the 60 days in. So now he's in jail. He was in jail on $75,000 bond because of the 11 more felonies. His bond got increased from $75,000 to $1.5 million. If I remember correctly, his assets have been seized. So he himself doesn't have the money. But there's going to be, if there's not 40, 50 people that go down with him for this, I'm going to be shocked. If they let him, yes, I knew that was you. If this sheriff doesn't get 40 or 50 people to go down with them, there's something wrong. FPS said it right. There's more. I just seen this post. There's more than just him involved in this. There's pay to play. There's money laundering. There's theft of government property. There is ghost employment. There's so much with this, and they're just scratching the surface. I mean, he's been Chris, how long ago did he get arrested originally when he was raided? That was like what, 3 or 4 months ago? I'm trying to remember. I don't remember when he got arrested. 4 months. So 4 months ago, he got hit with like 30 felonies. Now he's got 11 more. His daughter, his wife has been implicated. His daughter's been implicated. They both got felony charges, if I remember correctly. Like, I think his daughter's got like 7 or something like that. There's, oh God, that was great too. I love that. If this man were smart, if Jamie Knoll were smart, anything that's involving him, he would just plead out to it to save his wife and daughter from prison. I think that's what a real man would do. I don't see Jamie Knoll doing it. Yeah. Yep. That was a horn out of an acorn. That same department with the acorn has screwed up again royally. I just seen some content about that department recently. I think they raided the wrong house and shot someone. So yeah, it's bad, man. It's bad. Well, yeah, guys, I'm gonna be going. I'm gonna take me a little nap. This is so much. Guys, follow Jamie Knoll story. Go find For Public Safety's page. Follow along. Go back to the beginning and watch it all. I mean, it's 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. 2.5. No, my arrest was 2 years ago. 2.5, right around 2.5, 3 years ago. For Public Safety came on the scene with him and official misconduct, talking about the raid, the false charges raid that caused the police department, Donovan. What's Donovan's full name? All right, CFPS. So Clark County Sheriff's Department put one of their drug officers in there. His name is Donovan. I can't remember the rest of his name, but he broke For Public Safety's wife's back in the raid. Just so much wrong with this whole thing. Like the whole thing. FPS got his ass handed to him in it all too. So they shot at the house for no reason. Like it was, dude, it's crazy. Oh, it's from a video game. It's from a video game called Overwatch. Um, a lot of people think it's Punisher, but it's not. It's actually a bird's skull. It's dirty. I wear it pretty much everywhere. Gotta wash it. There, that's how dirty it was. Um, yeah, that's see. A lot of people think it was Punisher head. No, this is from. Oh my god, I forgot what it's called now. Oh my god. Oh, whatever. I'm that tired. But guys, that's it for now. I like the sun. I'm exhausted. I need a nap. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. A lot of videos coming up. Go check out For Public Safety and the stuff he's got going on. Go check out AJot and her channel. Her and Till for Life. Check out their lives, their panels. They always have some really interesting. Not happening. They always have some interesting content, interesting conversations on there. So go check them out. That's it for now, guys. I'll talk to you later. Take care of yourself and each other. I'll see you. If I can get. Oh my god, it won't stop. I'll talk until it stops. There we go.